All right, it's been a while, right? When was the last coaching
has.
session we had? When was it?
It was like last coaching was like 3 months ago,
Ooh, I mean that's not so long.
and since then, I went from on my main account, Emerald 1,
Okay.
to now Masters.
Damn, that's honestly that's quite impressive in such a short time because getting over diamond is one of the hardest steps in league. Talking from experience, I was like diamond for like 4 years.
Oh, I've
But
been diamond. Yeah, but I've also been diamond for like a while, right?
oh
I
yeah,
always
but you
hit.
did it. Let's go.
I always hit, and then I just, oh man, now I'm diamond. I'm good, and then I just stop playing every time.
All right, so let me share my screen for you. There we go. Let's see. Did you send here a couple, like 3 votes actually? Which one do you wanna look over? Let's start with the first one, I guess.
I guess we can start with the first one, right? So the first two are Masters Elo, and then the next one is like a high Emerald, low Diamond.
Okay. We go for the one closer to your actual rank, for sure.
Yep.
Alright, let's see here. Cool. So, what did you focus on the most while climbing?
The biggest thing that like impacted me was correcting a lot of wave management. If you remember from first session, it was a couple months ago, but we spent the first 10 minutes talking about wave management because every wave I screwed up.
Okay.
Like just every single wave. I screwed up every wave. I would push every wave. I was just being like autopilot, push, push, push. And so I've stopped doing that as much. I still feel like that's a really weak spot on me. I still feel like my lane is definitely bad. I'll walk out a lane sometimes, like 1 in 5. And same thing as last time, right? My team fighting is just so higher quality than the rest of my gameplay. I can usually pull it back, but my lane phase is so bad.
Yeah, we can definitely just focus on laning phase then. So, look at this matchup. What can you say about it? What's your idea here? Are you weaker? Are you stronger? What do you think?
I feel like we're pretty even. I feel like both sides are pretty even. I think that if Braum hits me with a Q, it's pretty awful. But
okay. But
overall, it's a double tank matchup. So it's just avoid Braum Q. Don't get hit with that. Pepper him with autos. Get a level 2 advantage. I don't know how she got level 2 and I didn't. But
yeah, this was
where did I miss the XP? I was standing beside her the whole time.
I don't know. It's weird. It's weird, but yeah, you're going. Poppy went a bit faster. They ran away. You try to go. This is fine. I mean, it's fine. I mean, could you have went a bit sooner? It's like maybe, but it's like the idea was good. Whatever, it's fine. No big deal. And you still destroyed them here in damage. So it's fine. It's all good.
Yep.
No big deal. Now looking at the map here but it's when you usually kind of want to ward, but you know you have Hecarim there, so there's no need for a ward, I know.
Yeah, we've got the split map, which makes us just so much stronger.
Yep. And here you decide to push this. Can you tell me why?
Mostly because we saw Lee Sin walk away. So, well, we had Hecarim on our side, so I had at least like 10 seconds, right? So I could push. And then once Lee Sin showed up, so we have a really deep ward. Once Lee Sin showed up, and I saw him go, never mind, he saw his wolves, he walked away, then I know that there's genuinely no threat. Fizz is on the map. We can just be forward.
Okay, sure, I agree when it comes to junglers. But what about the wave itself? Ignore jungle for a second. The wave here. What do you want to do with the wave here to fix it? Because right now, do you like where the wave is? When you have like a melee support?
Really.
Not really, right?
Yeah, I don't really like it. My puppy can't do anything, and the Braum can do things. So
how do you fix it just here?
It would be a hard push, and I bet you I'd do it for a couple seconds.
Right, so you just want to hard shove this. So the next wave arrives, the cannon one, it's in the middle. We can zone them off, and hopefully that's what we do here. Okay, now, you know, here you could maybe place a ward, but there's, you know, no reason, so whatever. But you could still place one. I think it's a good habit, just place one. Or actually, what Poppy does here is something you could do in these situations where you literally have so much time, you know. And also another thing. Let's make it my pen here. So here, what's annoying in lane usually is the fact that like sometimes we're gonna have moments like this where you push, so I'll fix the wave, but then it's like, oh, you know, this happens with the support. So it's like, what do? Do you go ward and then maybe they freeze, or to go here while your support is warping? You could be 1v2. It's kind of awkward when this happens. So what I advise here is like safety first, you know? So it's like, okay, we know jungler's not here. We push this, and just let's make sure it crashes, because it's very important. If this wave doesn't crash here, they freeze it, and they start slow pushing towards us, it's like, ooh, it's gonna be rough to play. It's gonna be annoying. So here, you know, what we want right now is to still stay with the wave a little bit, babysit it a little bit.
Do I ping the Poppy to like, hey, help me slam that? Like, help me guarantee this goes in?
Yeah, you can do
because
that.
the only reason I back off here is she backs off, and I go, okay, it's no big deal. If we go get a ward, I didn't think she was going to go so deep for a ward, but if we just go get a ward, we might lose a minion, and then we can just slam the wave because we're still dramatically stronger. The map is split, and we have very low risk.
So when support leaves, you know, yeah, you want to be careful. But in most situations, you're going to find out that, you know, here you see Brom hit and backed off because you hit him. So it's like if you go a bit close here, behind minions, Brom can Q you. Wait 1 second, wave gets closer, you back off. So it's like you could just make sure a little bit, you know, push your limit a little bit without exposing yourself to danger. And then just walk with Poppy, because otherwise we are kind of doing nothing. That's the only thing, and we don't guarantee it crashes. But in this case, I think it does anyway. But even then, we see like Brom didn't even hold it, so yeah.
Yeah.
They still make big mistakes, that this is ill for sure. Okay. Cool, and now thankfully the wave is in the middle. At least top, we don't need to worry about that. So here, how do you think you should play?
Personally, I just want to wait for Poppy to do something. I want to hold the wave and let them push, because it looks like the Aphelios wanted to kind of push. So I let him push, and then they'll end up doing that, right? And they'll just get put into a position where, they now lose their summoner spells. So we trade Poppy health for Aphelios health, which is extremely valuable for us, and we now don't have Aphelios flash on the board. So next time he does something stupid, he dies. So, and I just want to hold the wave as much as I can. I think right now I'm starting to say I want to fight.
Okay.
And
So
or push the wave and leave. Because I have I don't know what I build here. There's a world depending on the match. If there's no tanks in this one, I might actually end up going collector. I'm a huge fan of collector into no tanks.
It's good for sure. So yeah, here let's talk about this situation here. You push the wave. Here are kind of making sure Braum doesn't hold it. That's fine. But then here I think in your mind you're like, if Aphelios doesn't recall, let's talk about the universe where Aphelios doesn't recall here. Do you think you should stay or not?
If Aphelios doesn't recall, I should stay because it's non-canon. But oh lord, I think he does stay.
Okay, but if he stays,
there was nothing in me that says that he stays.
If he stays, isn't it like really bad? Because he's like low HP. So it's like you could kill him under turret. And also here you have a deep ward, so jungler's here. You see him instantly. So yeah, it's like here we can definitely stay if he stays. But if he doesn't, what do you think you should do if he doesn't?
If he doesn't stay, he should arrive within the next like 5 seconds, so we would know. Based off of the time that he was off the map.
Here.
So he should be, let's say he reset here, he should be showing up by about the time that we're finishing our recall. So maybe if we just delayed and pushed one more wave. Just to guarantee.
No, so here, the way you did it, right? Here you push and you recall. I think this is fine. And again, if Aphelios recalls here, you don't want to stay, because otherwise you're going to be low, he's going to be full, and he's going to have money spent. So here you should definitely match his recall. And he didn't show anywhere, so it's not like, you know, for sure he has to recall with that low HP. You just want to see the situation where enemies actually don't recall and punish them. But in this case, he recalls, definitely just recall as well, match his recall. And that's what happened. This is very good.
How do you like, what is your determination of like, okay, this guy could fake recall on me? How do you, when do you make the decision?
Basically,
okay, I'm leaving.
Here. Okay, take the wave. Okay, you walk the wave, it crashes. Make sure Brown doesn't hold it. And now you go recall.
Okay.
Cool. And you have 8 seconds for him to show up to farm this or not.
Okay.
You know? So if he stays, he's gonna farm. If he doesn't, you know, he's not gonna farm. You can just recall instantly. If it shows, okay, you can cancel. No problem.
Okay.
So that's basically it. Because if he cancels, it's amazing for you. It's at low HP. You just punish him like crazy.
Okay, so about the same timing that I chose. Okay.
Yeah, you did well here. He's very good.
And now it's just hold wave against him. He has no flash, so he's just dead.
Yeah, very good. Maybe he's on your
He's
side.
just permanently dead always.
Yeah, he always should be on your side. You destroy him. Like he can't do much.
Yeah.
He's on your side because we have Poppy.
Is this when the Avengers show up? It is.
Damn. Could have maybe
No,
used
he's still
chompers, but I don't blame you for not using chompers because 2 basic attacks is dead, but he had so many shields, it's insane. No, it was good.
Yeah.
We did well here.
So sad I don't get anything there. Well, I mean, we get 2 kills for the team, right? But
That's
it's so sad it doesn't
Yeah,
go to me.
it sucks. We're not going to kills an ADC.
Uh,
Okay. And
I decided to freeze this because Poppy's on roam, or she's in base. I do have the Hecarim near me, and Aphelios still doesn't have flash. So if Aphelios wants to come up and CS at all, I have Hecarim near me. He can still come in and like swoop the guy, right? We can still just kill him. So I decided not to push this and reset because I didn't get much, and I'm still full resource, mana, health. So this turns into a slow push.
yeah, doesn't do a slow push
And then
while we
start
wait for
begging.
our team as well.
Yeah, and then I start begging for help to kill him.
No, this is fine because this sets up potentially a dive as well. I think this is fine. You have logic behind this decision, which is amazing because there's another universe here as well, right? So let's say you decide to shove, all right?
Mhm.
Maybe you don't want to recall because you have no goal. Let's say, what could you do then, if with that shove, maybe? Right now, we don't see the map. Unfortunately, YouTube downgraded its video player. But
Oh wow, that's actually so bad. What?
yeah, it's like if you go full screen, the likes are there on the map, like bro. And then
Oh,
it's
just
like
get that away. Yeah.
you
Okay.
get to-
So
because
if I reset, I would get my Dirk.
yeah, but resetting
So
is
that would be
purely
valuable.
like
Where can I go?
it's
I
like-
can't go top. Can't go mid.
right. If you want to reset here, if you have time, you can do it. But in this case, there's no time. Look, the wave is already next, right? Next wave is so
Yeah.
close. So it's like yeah,
I,
but maybe it's like you could shove. And how about we do Drake? Maybe because if you shove, then I feel will be bot. You go Drake with Hecarim, Pop is coming from base. Doesn't sound so bad. It's an idea. I just want to explore ideas,
Mhm.
So it's like if you
Yeah.
push and go Drake, okay, I respect it. We learn from it. If you don't push, this happens. It looks good. We learn from it. Okay, we'll try this in the future, and looks like we get rewarded from it, right? So I just want you to like basically understand how you can like self-teach yourself if a push is good or not. You need to analyze.
gotcha.
Like what happens if I push and what happens if I don't, and I just need
Yeah,
to
I've-
learn to pick the better option.
I mostly discount Dragon unless it's like a Dragon I like because I don't really like risking the game.
Yeah, that's fine. Right, that's fine.
Personally, so now that Aphelios is dead, so I guarantee wave crash. No, I don't. I'm an idiot, and then he like blocks it, and then I have to go back and go catch it.
Yeah, I mean it's fine. I'm just gonna do this. It's okay.
So, but yeah, I don't like the tankier dragons. So the Cloud
yeah, it takes
Dragon,
a
or no,
long
the
time.
Kim Dragon and the
The mountain.
Mountain. Those things take forever to kill. And I just don't like them because of that.
Mm-hmm.
So unless it's a guarantee, like this would be a guarantee, right? 80 carry's dead, completely guaranteed. We have mid prio. That's the only reason I go for those. So sorry, I discounted that entirely when you asked. I just don't like those dragons.
Yeah.
If it was a hex tech, maybe.
Yeah, they take time. They take longer for sure. But let's talk about this situation here where you just took the Drake, right? But now you have 1,300 gold. We were not recalling, right? So this is a bit awkward for us now. You ideally want to recall. Right, so let's talk about this is like a puzzle. We need to figure out exactly what happened. Because right now, this situation is not great. I think you can both agree. So how do we make it better? We always just rewind and see what happened. That's the rule. So, we get the skill.
Yeah.
Okay, we get the skill. We push the wave, you ping, so teammates help you. So far, it's amazing. Okay. And then, here, you make sure it crashes. You could hug the wave a little bit more in the future, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And then it's like, you said Drake is guaranteed, right?
Yeah, why
If
did
you
I
know
go
it's
help?
guaranteed, you could recall and see what happens, right? If let's say you're worried, oh, my mid doesn't have prio, and some things might happen, then okay, maybe you could stay. But again, it's this idea of, okay, let's see, let's experiment, let's try new things. Drake looks guaranteed. Big wave under enemy turret. You know, let's try to recall maybe this time and see what happens. I think it's a good idea to experiment like this, because then you would be back, Drake would be taken because enemies did not contest, and also, you know, Orianna has prio as well. So if enemy jungle is here, teammates are still playing with even numbers anyway, or even more because Orianna comes faster than Fizz, and I feel it's most likely it's gonna be other turret anyway, right? So it's like when the Drake looks free, maybe you could try to recall. Very similar situation like this is gonna happen in the future. You could just try to recall. And if that happens, you are like here with items against the Philios that has less items, so they are full HP in case you want. But looks like here enemies thought you recalled anyway, didn't check the bushes, never mind. There you. Yeah, they didn't know about Poppy. Hopefully get the brown.
I know about Poppy, but my Poppy is...
I see you run a Philios down with passive action, never mind chakrams. You notice chakrams, you don't want to go melee. Okay.
I do not want to fight that guy.
Yeah, you don't want to do that. Alright.
And then I think I recall off this. No. So if we back up to the dragon, can I tell you whenever I feel like I should recall? So I push wave, right? We slam wave.
Yeah.
I shouldn't recall yet because I have to go deal with my own stupidity. And then.
Okay, this is crashed.
Let me check the health.
It's done.
Can I check the health?
It's half HP already.
So I would say recall in the pixel bush. So that I'm close enough, right? But now Lee Sin just showed, so now it doesn't matter, right? So recall in the pixel bush would have been the correct call because that's the closest that it becomes okay, this is completely guaranteed. Or I could recall after Wing it to get my little proc of what's it called? Bloodline.
If you want that, sure.
You get a full stack.
But basically we wasted a lot of time here.
Yes, I agree. Okay, so I agree. I fully wasted time. So do you think that Pixel Bush is the correct like recall timing, or should I have done it sooner? Do you think it was guaranteed?
The sooner you can do it, the better, right? But if you have your concerns and doubts that the enemy jungler could be here and mid prio and all that good stuff, you could also do what you want, like Pixel Bush, maybe W, and that's it, recall. So right, you just want to assess how much time do I have and look for clues, aka how late is Aphelios gonna come. Aphelios is way too late. He's never gonna be here in time. Drake is long gone by then, even if you don't hit it. Your mid has prio, and all these triggers can tell you, yeah, there's no need for it. It's not need for it to be here. And also, right, if enemy jungler would come, what would Braum do?
Absolutely nothing but die.
Okay, but
he'd have to walk away. He would have to walk away from the wave, lose
exactly,
XP.
right? He would probably walk. He would help. If enemy jungler is bot and calls Drake, I think Braum would try to go Drake. He would not stay on the wave. So that's another clue you can gather. You know, and those little clues tell you, okay, do I need to stay? How long do I stay to make sure everything is good? Right? It's just gonna take some time to practice this, but it's good. It's a very good learning objective, honestly, when it comes to recalling like this. But then you just don't have this awkward position, because even though you got a kill on Braum here, right? Unless you recall now. Well, now if Aphelios is smart, he just blue guns the entire wave, and it's like, he still loses like the cannon win, right? It's still not good. Just because we couldn't recall then. It's insane. So yeah, it's wild how like one bad recall could snowball and not allow you to just recall at all. But in this case, Aphelios doesn't show up the wave, so you don't really... You get away with it, no problem this time, right? It's okay. There's the beauty of it. You get away with mistakes sometimes, it's fine. But even then, like, you still lose some minions here because of it. So it's not perfect. You still lose cannon, actually. Or do you not? It's so close.
Hopefully not. I remember losing the cannon.
You still lose it, right? So, yeah. That recall lost to cannon, which is interesting. Okay.
Is it bad that half of me was like, I could ult them and get the cannon?
Oh.
I was thinking about it the whole way I was walking. I was like, I could still get it.
Honestly, I will not blame you, because also you would clear the wave, so maybe you avoid the dive. Who knows? But yeah. Okay. So in this case, you're alone. 1v2.
Oh yeah, this is beyond end. This was just me being frustrated.
Yeah, so...
I think I walk out 1-on-1, but like it's so end. The reason I did that was I was kind of annoyed that I was 2-0 and we are topside for no reason. and they're just shoving the wave and getting plates for no reason either. And I don't know. I just egoed it. That's just me being stupid.
Yeah, so first of all, right, first idea, you know, you mentioned ulting the wave. Maybe you could do it. That could save you, but I feel like if you ult the wave, you don't kill the wave fast enough, so they probably still could dive you, no problem. Even if they have 3 minions, they still dive you. And there's no way you clear everything on ulti, right? So you're still getting dived here, regardless. But right now, you know, what do you need to do now, in hindsight? What are you supposed to do here?
Oh, I'm absolutely supposed to walk away.
Yeah, just go get Krugs, maybe, because they're up.
Yeah, Krugs, go mid, go somewhere else where like I can actually
maybe
gain money.
Eventually, when you see Poppy recalling, we could go back to bot.
Mm-hmm.
That's it.
Yeah.
Because you're not winning Warbitsu. No way.
That's the hindsight non-tilt decision, but this was a tilt decision, I'm gonna be real.
Somehow,
this was just
how did they even you play this? Actually, I want to see how you played the dive as well. Okay, this is fine. Chompers, it's fine. Making go around, you're wasting his time at least. But it's wild that like Aphelios has so many mini chakrams and he never hits you with them. It took forever to kill you. It's their blunder, right? They blundered.
I agree. You know? I mean, I should have just died there and
nobody dies in the enemy team for sure. That's what's supposed to happen here for sure. But even though you got one, it's still bad. You lost the entire wave and you got nothing in return. It's meanwhile, imagine you roamed, right? You roam mid, Orianna never dies. Is that crazy?
Yeah.
It's so wild. That's crazy. Yeah, Orianna would have never died there. It's insane. Well, so we get back to wave, decide not to harsh of it, because you're still a bit scared. That's understandable. Just want to wait for Poppy. Okay, you push this. Alright, Philios goes hard. Cool. Here you're a bit wasting some time, unfortunately. You could have maybe try to get vision, but never mind, like Poppy did it for you, it's fine. Sometimes wasting time is all you can do. No big deal. Let's see what happens here. Okay, actually no, we can talk about that, because it's something I think is worth improving, because I'm working on it actively as well. And it's the fact that when there's nothing to do, usually mid game you see this more often. You got a wave mid, bot is the same, especially when, you know, your jungle is on bot side, for example, and Pop is in the river. Right now, you have nothing to do in lane, so you need to hover teammates. Most of the time, when you hover teammates like this, nothing is going to happen. Nothing. But it's like, if you're wasting time, might as well waste time together with your teammates. Because that way, something happens, you're closer, you can follow. You have more options. You could follow or just go back to bot. Unlike you do nothing, you're kind of locked into bot. The fight is too far now. So that's something you also want to practice. Like here, you should have been next to Poppy already, you know?
Yeah.
And that way we actually would have guaranteed listing kill with your chompers, I'm pretty sure. Quite sure. Because it's all it takes. Like one extra route, and look, he would have been dead, right? So yeah. Hopefully he still dies. You still got him, right? But this is, you know, less reliable. But yeah, it's
more
good.
Fun though.
Yeah, true. But yeah, the idea of hovering is also something you definitely want to practice.
Sure. Yeah.
Okay.
No, yeah, I should have walked through that try. I was just so concerned that they were gonna walk back to the wave and push the wave that I didn't want to walk through the tri bush for some reason.
Yeah, but you're still close.
Ultimately,
enough,
it ended up making me lose. It made me lose the opportunity. Well, it forced me to use my ult. Right, I would rather use my ult.
Maybe kill bot with it.
In fights in the bot lane, like where it's a little bit more valuable. Right there, I was just trying to snipe a kill to accelerate.
Because imagine we went for a dive here or something, and you know,
it would be way better to have my ult here.
Yeah, but let's talk about this now here, right? Same idea. We pushed. We can't really do much. What are we gonna do? Bot Braum blocks everything, right? And if you look at the map, what's Hecarim doing?
Hecarim's invading, so we could go help him.
Just go hover.
Cut off tri-bush.
If Lee Sin is bot, you go help. If it's not bot, whatever, you waste time anyway. Might as well help it. Might as well waste time with Hecarim or leash his Gromp or anything. Spend your time to make his clear faster. It's also something you can do when there's nothing to do. Instead, right, we're kind of doing nothing here. We hit Braum shield, 0 damage, 60. Okay, 160 damage on Braum, let's go. Guess we got the plate, right? But I think, you know, killing Lee Sin is more important than the plate. It's actually wild to see that this is actually quite close. When, you know, if you go instantly, would have been guaranteed.
Yeah.
And right here, teammates
Sure.
were momentarily playing like potentially outnumbered.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, but it's good to see that. Right, mistake happened twice already with the hover thing. It's very good. This is something you can definitely fix. And then here, YouTube, please work, YouTube. What's happening? Okay, we got the kill. Saphirus is alone.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, this is interesting. Okay, never mind. I was about to say like Poppy full HP. Can we dive a Philus? Oh, he's Poppy's too wounded. But let's talk about this recall here. I think this recall is great. How do you think about this recall?
I don't like this recall. As I was watching it, I was offended by it.
Mm-hmm.
I should have pushed that wave. I should have slammed the wave because leaving while there's a neutral state is bad. Because then if he stays, if he's out of vision,
okay,
he just
there are maybe some exceptions where you need to leave when it's in neutral state. But
correct.
for sure, when
are
enemy
definitely
ADC is also here, you don't leave in a neutral state. He's gonna show up and lose everything. So yeah. Definitely don't want to recall yet. Want to push one more first.
So bad with waves. I'm so bad with waves.
But it's got to improve. It's okay. It's okay. And because you push first, you recall first. You come back, you're first on Drake compared to Aphelios. Or you can come back, push the next one first. Then Aphelios is under turret while you go help teammates, right? That's what would happen. Instead here, you just can't lose the wave and... well, it's fine because there was no action bot. But imagine there were action bot. And even worse, what could happen is like... There's action bot, actually almost, there was almost action bot with Poppy there. What could be worse is like you recall and now there's action bot and Aphelios didn't recall so he's helping his team now. Your team is played 3v4. That would be bad. Oof. Well, you got your item, but it's not useful if you're not there. Alright. So. And this is another interesting situation. Where... 1v1 bot lane, basically, you know?
Yep.
This is basically just need to know, hey, am I stronger or not? That's it.
I would go... I don't know what guns he has right now. If he's... Oh, it's dangerous.
Yeah, so...
The instant nope.
When it comes to 1v1ing, is honestly just, you gotta feel it, you know? But also, you know... Here you could probably just cancel this in faster and you have Hecarim and you could ask for help. But also you gotta see how like Drake is up as well. It's like teammates got kills on mid, maybe they want a Drake, so maybe it's okay to shove and go Drake.
Yeah. You
could do that as well. You shove, Aphelios catches the wave, we find Lee Sin, oh Hecarim is there, we kill Lee Sin. Cool. We get Drake guaranteed. But if you don't, what could happen is we take too long and maybe they all come, enemies come, and we can no get Drake anymore. Who knows?
I feel like they turbo went right here, if I remember correctly. Yeah, they did. They just ran up. How could I prevent that? I know you can't prevent your teammates from being funny, but should I just ignore the plates and just walk with them? Because right now I was like, greedy plates, right? And I mean, I'm walking forward, but I definitely went slower because I hit the plates and the minion.
I feel like it makes no difference. I feel like
or is this just like
teammates are anything? You just take plates.
Okay.
It's
Okay,
like,
unfortunate.
You know, you go towards it, it's too far, you go back.
Yeah.
Whatever. It's just a team.
It felt like really,
Yeah,
it felt really
they
greedy.
went too deep. Like, there's no reason for that. Absolutely no reason. And also because they did that, now Drake is kind of hard to get. You know, you could start it alone, Lee Sin top, but he sees you on the scatter, don't do it. You know, strict.
Yeah.
So the heck I ain't it. It is what it is. So good. And mid game
Sure
begins, I guess, now.
Yeah, I think game's over.
It's
Pretty sure this was like a 15-minute.
Okay, the FF.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, they FF'd because every single lane won. I think the only lane that went kinda neutral was mid lane. And yeah, I think Gwen was like 8-1 or something. She had like a 6,000 gold lead by herself. It's crazy.
Damn. Okay, cool. So let's recap. Basically, it's like for sure you improved your laning phase, like recalls and stuff. There's still work to do, right? Especially when it comes to dragons, assessing how much time you have. Don't recall when the wave is neutral. That was a bit sus. That was sus. And then very, very, very important. hover your teammates when there's nothing to do. Mid game as well, but early game you push the wave, your jungler is bot, you gotta go help your jungler. And your jungler will be bot as well to get the ground, and you gotta be there. You have to.
Yeah, I need to work on hovering my teammates for sure. That is just, I'm so terrible at that.
But yeah, and also like I like that you have logic behind pushing and not pushing. When you didn't push, you had reason. It's like dangerous, and you want to wait for teammates, and you want to keep the wave on your side, and you want to crash a wave to keep it in the middle after, right? So yeah, you seem to understand waves quite well already. It's very nice to see. Just the recalls are the hard part, honestly. They can be very, very weird because it's like, oh, the wave is a bit messed up, whatever, you press Q and jinx, you fix it. But it's like if you take a bad recall, I mean, you can't fix much there already. Cool. So, let's go over this one as well. We have time. Alright. Hecarim red again, sorry. Cool, so, what do you think about this matchup? Let's talk about that every time.
As long as we don't get hit with Rel W, I think the matchup is really favored towards us because we can poke them out.
Great.
So we just avoid Bush 1 because Rel cheese, and then the goal for level 1 would be to pepper out the Rel, like try and hit her a little bit.
Exactly like this.
Try and get the bone plating down, try and just get her down to about half HP so that whenever level 2 hits, she can't just do the Ooga Booga.
Yeah, so a lot of people here in your place, a lot of people here would try to go and maybe basic attack this, you know. And I really like the fact that you just move away from Ezreal and you hit Rel instead. I think that's just amazing. That's very, very good to see. Good, you don't even try to go on Ezreal. I like to see that.
Yeah, it feels like for me the high threat is definitely. I really wish Tsunami had boarded that bush, but that's on me. That's on me for level 1. I boarded my tri bush.
Bush ward is like.
I could have gotten 2 more autos. What are you talking about? I could have hit her with the Boomba.
Yeah, you can do that if you want. That's fine. Warding like that with basic attacks. If you win lane for that, it's fine. But yeah, level 1 ward. What happened with the ward here?
Oh yeah, so I was sitting in the tri bush and they approached me. So we saw like Rel approach me, and so I walked away and put the ward down to make sure we didn't get fully invaded. And that was it. I mean, sad that I do that because it costs me 2 autos later, but it's okay.
To talk about this a little bit, right? What do you think would happen if instead of staying in tri-bush, you would stay like here somewhere? If Rel sees you, do you think she's gonna come closer?
The reason I don't like standing there is I've been burned by that a lot from my mid laner doing what she's doing right now, which is not watching the other entrance. And so I've been walked up behind several times. So if my mid laner is watching the other entrance, I have no problem being where you're talking about. Yeah, I'm only in the tri-bush because my other entrance isn't being watched, so I can see both.
No, that's fair. So if your support on mid laner are there or jungler are there, you can get out.
Yeah, if anyone's over there, I'm okay with it. It's just, wow, it's so scary. I've been bamboozled where I'm like, okay, time to go to lane. There's 4 people in the bush.
No, that's fine. No, that's completely fine. Alright. Learning from mistakes is huge. Speaking of which, what do you think you should do here instantly?
Traps.
Traps, right, chompers, go. So
why did I not? Because I'm silly.
Okay. So just a mental note to having games. You have engaged support. Navi Bubble, Thresh Hook, anything. Ability lands or looks, especially looks like it's about to land, because we all know how unreliable jinx chompers are. Like this definitely looks like it's landing, because Ezreal is basically attacking. Chompers already, so you guarantee they land. And otherwise they might just walk away from them because CC is too short. But yeah, like instantly, you just are aware of your teammate's ability. They connect instant chompers. Don't even think about anything else. Just instinct. Chompers W, you could just do instantly if you have W up as well. Because this actually would have resulted in a kill, maybe. Because you'd be able to get closer. Might have actually killed Ezreal there with chompers. It's wild. Or at least get his flash, which is huge. Or barrier. It's that crazy. This looks chill. I'll talk about this a little bit. Okay. So, how do you win here? How do you win a trade, let's say, right now? Or first of all, should you trade right now?
I really shouldn't. The only winning trade would be auto for auto, and he has to miss the queue. So, seeing as that's unlikely, I just shouldn't go for trades with him.
Okay, if you're far away, sure.
Trades on,
Right? If
yeah,
you're far
trades on
away,
Rel.
it's kind of hard.
Trades on Rel are possible.
Yeah, if you hit Rel, you just hit her. If it's in raid, you hit her. Cool. But right here in this situation, okay? What do you think you could maybe do? Especially if you go a bit further along, right here.
I should hide behind my minions so that he can't queue me.
I can go
The only reason
here and just base
I
attack
don't
him.
like that is Rel still has flash and could just like turbo engage.
But it's
I don't
like
know,
Ezreal
I'm a
is half
coward
HP,
in
right?
game, right?
Ezreal is half HP, who
So,
cares?
Yeah.
Right? It doesn't matter. If you have
I'm
a lot more HP than your opponent, you just win. Unless they have Draven, of course. That's the
Yeah, there's actually no way they kill me in hindsight.
So you could just-
I can tell you why I position like this, even though there's no like reasoning behind it other than I'm scared.
But if you're scared, you
So-
can't do this, right?
Exactly. So it makes no sense.
And
I'm
then
an
also
idiot.
stay behind minions that maybe you hit Rel, not Ezreal again, right? That was,
Yeah.
just want to make sure you close those minions. That's fine. That's a small thing I noticed.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, this is
Very
that game.
shocked because you thought they recalled, which honestly.
Yeah, Ezreal being like quartered HP, I figured he recall.
Mhm.
You know, because he wants to go get his tier. He wants to start stacking that crap early.
Yeah. So right now, let's think about our options.
Yeah.
If you shove this, what could
Mhm.
happen? I'm going to minimize to see the map as well.
If Ezreal stayed, we could get ganked.
But
We do have Vikram near for counter.
and Ezreal is like 200
Ezreal's
HP.
quartered.
Right, so they're
Does
not
my
gonna gank.
Nami still have flash? I don't know if this is my Nami. Eventually, she lost flash early at some point.
Yeah, but you know, let's say like if Ezreal stays, I mean they're inting whatever, you push, you win, no problem.
Yeah.
But you know, Ezreal recalled right now. You push. Right? What could happen here
Yeah.
is you know, Rel could
Rel
hold the wave,
freezes.
right? So kind of wanna be annoying. But also let's talk about the option of you not pushing, because this is actually very, very interesting.
Okay.
So right now your Hekarim is bot side. Right, he cleared it very fast, very fast actually. I'm impressed. But look, or like maybe slow. I don't know what he did. He did weird things, whatever. What's important here is that what do you think Hekari wants to do here?
He wants to more than likely gank before Scuttle, or at least look to gank before Scuttle.
Yeah, he
can't
probably
do
wants
that
to
yet.
look, or at least he's probably gonna get scattered anyway. Right?
Yeah.
You know it's gonna be bot for a while longer. Okay. So what about if you don't push this at all? The wave stays in the middle.
Mhm.
Ezreal might lose cannon, who knows, whatever, not important. And then the next wave arrives, you shove it, and you go help Hekarim. Maybe, right? Who knows?
Yeah.
It's an interesting idea. Again, just you could experiment. Because otherwise, it might be awkward where now you recall, and maybe they have time to shove the wave on you, or now they're starting to slow push towards you anyway. But it's like, what I want to say is like, shoving and recalling is fine. Honestly, even I want to mention this as well. If your support is in lane like this, and the enemy support is in lane, you should just recall. Your support is gonna deal with Rel freezing. You don't have to cancel recall here, okay? If you are recall, I'm just gonna deal with it.
This is a learned habit for sure, right? This is my first ever experience in Masters where the supports actually know what to do.
Yeah, it happens a lot.
I think it's just going to take me some games to unlearn that of just like, oh, my support is silly and will run away. But even though I see her fighting, like...
And also, Rel did not see you yet. You're still in Fog of War. And Rel is just bullied already, right?
Yeah.
So definitely recall. Whatever, let them fight. Who cares? Let them just fight. It's all good. No problem. They will go crazy. And if they fight and Rel loses all HP, she loses more than Nami. And if both supports stay and both ADCs come, less support HP, support loses, right? So it's still good. So yeah. But basically, right, this is fine. I think everything I did here is fine. I could have not cancelled, but that's fine. But also just remember that idea of, hey, maybe you could help Hecarim if you don't push right away and push the next one. Especially because, like, if you recall with 600 gold, it's not that important, right? If you buy along, so who cares? Not that important. So it's something to keep in mind if you have like no gold. You don't have to force a recall every time. It's cool to keep in mind. Okay, but now we are gonna chill because the wave is pushing towards you. All good. Supports do their thing. This is very standard. Now you are being left alone. No, Ram is back. Very nice. Okay, just gonna farm. Keep your HP high. Wow, we're behind minions. Okay.
So bad.
Let's see how you trade it here. Actually, it's interesting.
God, I hate watching my own gameplay. I'm so terrible.
This was better because you got 2 basic attacks. You could have maybe W'd. That was not so bad. Just want to make sure you use minions a bit better. I guess that's real, but it's okay. Okay.
I don't know why I did that. Don't even.
Right. So let's talk about here. Right, to say you don't know why you did what? Walking up. That's what you mean?
No, pushing that wave
right,
point.
perfect.
I don't know why I'm doing that.
Exactly, right? So
I shouldn't push that wave. I don't know why I did.
Another interesting moment where like you could just chill. And,
Yeah, I could just not do that. it's 4 minions. I mean, I could hold this.
You are gonna
Waves
have
are right
moments
there.
like this for sure. It happens very often. Like you have minions here, they kind of wanna recall. Bro, you could just hold the wave. Again, if you
Yeah.
recall, what do you buy? Slingshot? Bro, like, let's be honest. You don't buy that
It's the
shit.
best item in the game. What are you
No,
talking about?
stop. Anyway. Right, so,
It should be in all items. It's so good. It does 40 damage.
It's insane, I know. Actually 30, MR exists.
Is
Right.
it only 30?
It's so bad. Anyway, right? They want to recall now, desperately. So just hold the wave.
Yeah.
They can't recall.
Yeah.
And now Hecarim walks bot. You have the wave on your side. They get ganked. They get wrecked.
Yeah.
Or Hecarim comes, okay, we finally can push because we're slowly like starting a slow push. We guarantee Drake. But now instead we are kind of forced to show a cannon wave. Ezreal is not gonna lose as much, and after showing this, now it's a bit awkward for you. It's a bit more awkward, but it's not that bad, right? It's just an interesting idea to remember. At least you pushed instantly, so it's good that you made up your mind instantly. But recalling here now, though. Recalling here, do you think this is good?
See slingshot goes, boots.
Good. At least you bought boots, better than slingshot. But I'm talking about the recall here.
Yeah, it's such a bad I'm sorry. This is what we call me being idiot.
So what could
I
you
should
do
have
here?
frozen the wave, and then I should have just walked up. Instead of recalling, we should have just started the dragon. We have mid prio, we have
Yeah.
bot prio, and the junglers here. We should have just been like, hey, dragon.
Yeah.
But because Ezreal recalled, my brain goes, but I must recall, and
Yeah,
that's just
so
a bad
this
answer.
habit of like matching enemy recall, I think is a good habit, except, right, you just if you have like no money, full HP, you don't have to recall.
Yeah.
Especially when there's something else you could do, like Drake. This is good.
Yeah.
Yeah, and now Hecarim is starting to do it, but he's getting bullied. It's like, imagine if enemy jungler was here already, Heka is dead. And now
Yeah,
my
this is-
bot is in the no. People,
Yeah, I actually remember thinking to myself, I'm like, why would my jungler do this? And, you know, in hindsight, it actually was the perfect time to do this.
But
If
you
I just
said
don't
no.
recall. I inted it, right? It was all me, and then he's just, you know, Masters junglers are really stubborn. So
Oh,
they
yeah.
just go, oh, well, this was a good time, and you screwed it up, so if this goes bad, it's not on me.
Yeah, they basically they don't adapt. They just do what they're supposed to do,
Yeah.
but they never adapt. So it's up to you to adapt.
And I throw away half my health because I'm terrible.
Don't do that. Please. Like, remember, this is like talking about habits. Wave is pushing into you. don't even think about trading. 0 trades. If you're a faker, maybe you could win it because you dodge everything. Don't. Okay. Wave pushing into you. Once you come back to lane, wave needs to crash and rebound to the middle. That's when you can actually start playing the game. That's a habit. 100% just want to do it every time. Even Master Elo. It's like no exceptions, really. Absolutely no exceptions to it. Because that happens every time. You just get destroyed. Even if it's not Ezreal, it's any ADC. He hits you, and it's not like you can trade back properly because minions are on top of you already.
I am faker, and I'm giving him a handicap. I got to give him, a chance.
That's
No,
something
terrible.
else, actually. I mean,
If anything, if this is what I think it is, they're about to die after me doing this. So my statement stands, Like, I think this is about the point in which I turn on the Jets. I've given them their handicap. We'll find out.
Oh, Ezreal no mana, lucky you.
Maybe it's not. Maybe I just int. Maybe I just int. Do I int?
No, you played Chompers really well to prevent Ezreal from joining. No, you did this well. Yeah, you played this well. Yeah, would have been easier if you had more HP for sure. But yeah, it's okay.
Gotta give him a handicap.
Yeah, true. No, this was fine. Nothing to comment there.
No, I mean that's just them inting, right? Like that's not,
yeah. Like,
if they don't do that, I'm so screwed from those decisions. So
yeah, for sure.
I don't want you to think I'm delusional. I just
yeah, don't worry, I understand. You're being, like I bet with sarcasm, but it's like when it's voice, it's different, Because you don't have to put kappa.
Shot there. Oh my god, it'd have been built different. They would have died instantly.
Okay.
One day, Riot will get rid of the slingshot, and we'll all be happy.
Yeah, I hope.
We'll just put Hearthbound Axe or whatever it's called into the Yuntal, and we can be happy noodles.
Maybe.
Probably not. They don't love us. Why do I? That's...
Alright, so here you push, you play aggressive. I like this. You push with a purpose. This was good. You go on them. Like right now you're strong. You had wards, so you see Zin, you back up. You played here perfectly. I think the comment did really well there. Now you chill because Zin is both heck top. Yeah, it's fine. And when it comes to preventing this dive, how do you think you should play it?
I genuinely don't know how we could have prevented this. I just got thrown around, and Kiana showed. Like, we just casually got 4-manned. We saw it coming.
Exactly. I was about to say that.
Could have...
You see it coming, right? If you see a dive coming, what options do you have?
I actually did not see it coming until... Doop-de-doop-de-doo. One sec, just keep playing it forward. Because we have the Tribush warded, right? So we have the Tribush warded. I see that it was the moment that Zin showed up behind me, I'm like, oh, we're dead. I just didn't predict that they were going to 4-man us. And they didn't even really 4-man us. They 3-manned us, but they were going to 4-man us. Kiana was on the way. So the only way to avoid it is leave. But how do I say this guy's going to dive me?
This is something very like Master Elo and above. This is actually for you right now. For your special case that I don't talk about much. Because it's only happening. You only get 4-man really above Master. And because of it, you're going to learn to expect it. Okay. Look. Right, Hecarim is bot. Right? They see him. He can't do anything. He's recalling. Drake is not up. Enemies know Hecarim. Where is Hecarim going to go now?
They're going to reset and go topside. Okay.
Yeah, because it's got nothing to the bot, right? Why would he bot bot? There's no camp spot. He just did them. So you gotta understand what junglers do as well. This is why I never like to dodge when I feel I play jungler, because I learn stuff. It's crazy. People start top to bot, they go top to bot as much as possible, so they are more efficient, right? So now the enemies know, hey, like, yeah, Hecarim is not gonna be here. And Zin knows that. And also, right, you see Zin. You just see him right now. Zin is bot. Your Hecarim is not bot. They can dive. Every time. Remember this. Every time they can dive.
I guess I just discounted it because he didn't go through the Tribush. He went all the way around and avoided that other ward in the mid lane. Which is easy to avoid, of course, but...
And just always remember, they can... they dive, They have jungler bot, they can dive. Okay? Yeah. Always remember. And because they can always dive, it's your job with Master Elo as ADC to either see the dive coming and abandon ship, just leave, get the hell out, or prevent it. How do you prevent a dive?
By pushing out the waves so they can't just willy-nilly walk at us.
Exactly. So how do you do it now? What do you do here?
At this point, I should be pushing the wave, but of course, I don't know that the dive is coming until too late. I think that this is okay.
Exactly.
So I need to prevent the wave from crashing by taking a fight with the bot lane.
Yeah, because you 2v2 you win, and Zin is behind turret.
Yeah,
So
and 2v2 we win. Their health bars are high. I should, or their health bars are low. Our health bars are high. I should have noticed this.
Imagine if Ezreal is full HP, Rel full HP. How do you still prevent it?
I could throw chompers in front of me and just
or just throw ult and everything. Just go on them, fight them. Try to settle this, before it reaches turret. And then it's so hard to dive you after that one.
Yeah, watching this back, this is actually exceedingly obvious. They're no mana, no health, pressuring us.
Yeah, well, you're letting them push you back here, like, bro, those middles do nothing here. Here I would like, even if you know Zin is top, you still don't back off under turret. You go fight instead. Why are we allowing this guy, doing this right now to us? There's no way we allow him to do this. Right?
Okay, yeah. And then I just...
Good. I'm glad we touched on this subject as well, because like preventing dives is big. Oh my god, no way you actually know about this trick. You know about jugglers. They always wanna go farm when they're low HP. It's crazy.
Yeah, they're so silly. And I thought because he should know Hecarim's in his top side for that he would hover bottom side of wolves, but no, he's hovering the top side of wolves. I hate it.
it's wild. Good prediction though.
Dang it. I hate the good prediction that doesn't end in explosions. And then I just killed myself. Hee hee. There, Kiana's bot.
I mean, it's funny.
I flash towards Nami, I get ignited, and then I die. Oh, unlucky. I should flash.
Honestly, I mean, who the hell expects Kiana to be in bush? Let's be honest. Like, come on, bro. Like, if you die here, I don't blame you. Here it's basically just mechanics. Like, okay, this happens, you should barrier already, and you should throw chompers instantly. That way, like just W chompers instantly. Just slowed you flash away. Mechanics here, whatever. Nobody expects that to be here. Like, let's be honest about it. This was just wild.
Yeah, she straight up caught me entirely off guard. I was at like 4 HP whenever I finally like got my head on.
Yeah, this is whatever. It's all okay. It happens. People swap like crazy.
This fight was super goofy. I used chompers for vision because I didn't.
Yeah, you have a ward. You could use a ward for sure. Yeah.
Yeah. This whole fight was bad. For me, bad for me. Like, I played it.
No, it means you have Cassante, right? So you can play.
Honk the Kiana, you dummy.
Yeah, ulti though. Yippee.
Yeah. The I do it myself moment, and then I hit.
Hitting -7s. No, this was fine.
Right.
Whatever, playing fights better, you will learn that as you go, no problem. You're doing fine anyway. Especially because you notice the mistakes in fights. Okay. Honestly, I don't think mechanics are holding you back, it's just the concepts, right? And also, like, we went so crazy here. We had the turret while we were doing Drake. We are splitting our resources a bit thin, but at least we're back to fin time.
I believe to comment on that. And then I press tab.
And I guess mid game begins. Already.
Yeah. This mid game was genuinely just a fight fest, and it was mostly bad because Hecarim just. So it was Hecarim and Cassante. I don't know if they were duo or not, but they legitimately were just starting the craziest fights that no one could attend and just dying on repeat. So I don't pretend we can watch the mid game. I mean, I played it pretty bad too.
Took a couple moments.
Like,
it's kinda...
Yeah, like I have a couple moments, but it's like I couldn't attend this fight. I couldn't attend the next fight. There was one fight in mid lane where like Kiana just came out of nowhere and one shot me onto the turret. So I could have positioned slightly differently to avoid the turret, but
that is fiesta.
It was like we just kept fighting the entire game. It was ridiculous. I would come out.
It happens sometimes, yeah.
And it was just constant fiesta. I shouldn't be hovering this wall with a Kiana in the game.
Yeah, for sure. Like basically something you also really like master real. You have to know this really well, which is threat assessment in teamfights. It's so important.
I just never play against Kiana. She's such a Masters Elo champ, and I've played through Diamond, and I've seen 2 of them. So
it's fine. You're gonna learn.
I need to be aware of that.
So just Kiana ult, know how to play around it. Yone ult, stay away until he uses it. The Diana, Malphite, you know those already. So you gotta really worry about those in team fights. And It's probably what you need to focus on the most in mid game. Because honestly, like your mid game is going to be better because you're going to have a better early game. Because that's what you're focusing on right now, which I think is very good.
Yeah.
Especially in Master, you got to lock in like one thing. And yeah, here as well.
We missed the bubble. And then the traps are like...
I gotta kill this, but... I mean, this is just a blood buff, but right now it's like... We have two allies dead. Enemies are low HP. I mean, this is just... We could kind of take this. Say this is fine, especially when behind taking fights. Like, it's fine.
When did Kiana show up there? Can you like back that off? I want to know if like... Am I just being silly being that forward? Or if this is just a she appeared. So she appeared.
She kind of appeared over the wall.
I don't really have a choice at this point.
What you could do is like insta chompers, right? It takes you way too long. If you place chompers instantly here and you move left, place chompers right now where they are and you move left, she can't kill you. Right?
If I move left, I'm going towards both a Xin Zhao and a Yasuo.
But yeah, you know, focused on...
I mean, I guess they're already focused. Yeah, they're already fighting a guy, but...
And you kill Kiana sooner and maybe you get passive and who knows. Anyway, but yeah, or you just go up or throw chompers instantly, at least you root Kiana, right? Anything.
Okay.
But
okay. Tragedy. Okay.
What happened here? This is the last thing I want to see. What happens here?
I don't even remember. I feel like we just got pinched.
This is fine. We're winning this.
Fighting.
Win this.
So we fight this guy.
Okay.
And then I try to get one rocket on him. I got a W out, but like it's just... I guess I should...
We win this actually. Every time. This is a good fight. So we just win this fight. Look at this. How do you think you win the fight right now?
I walk towards him. And then
I call you to this, but what are you missing? You're missing this entire fight. The entire fight. They're just not... They're not doing it.
I mean, I don't throw chompers,
but... Bro, the chompers would have split them instantly. Right? So it's like either... You know Kiana would be here. You place chompers to the left somewhere. Don't let her come. Or whatever. She goes there. Cool. You could place chompers around here. Try to split them. And you keep kiting down. Or Kiana can hit you. Kills in. Or okay, you are here now. Or you chase Kiana. You place chompers on top of you. So Xin can chase you while you go after Kiana. Anything. Legit anything. But we are just not using chompers to split the enemies. So... yeah, when it comes to macro, you are probably okay right now. Just fine. It's just this fiesta, but all I'm saying is again like, bro.
Help! My hack room.
Bro, no, we are frontline because ADC. What are you doing? How should you walk to this fight instead? What do you think?
So I should be off to the right. But okay, exactly. I give you my logic, and then you tell me I'm stupid. Ready?
Okay.
Okay. So I walk this way. Ezreal is super weak. He's got nothing the entire game.
Okay.
I'm a 3-item AD carry, right? We have artillery over the wall, and we have a Hecarim who's about to have ult soon.
Okay.
So I'm like, okay, I can walk here with minimal risk and be okay. So if you play it forward a little bit, Ezreal sees the Hecarim and goes, oh no, and then runs away.
Okay.
Right? Hecarim goes. Hecarim is fighting the Ezreal, and then I go, okay, I'm going to throw up my chompers. I threw them too forward. This is stupid. So now I'm in a 1v1 with a Kiana, which is extremely bad. All I need to do to live is go over to the wall and flash over. But I was like, oh no, Kiana's just going to ult me into the wall. So I walked down, hoping that my Hecarim would come at me. So this is just all,
let's talk about this.
Nope, I just proved myself stupid. Nope.
So... Two ways to fix it, right?
I just proved myself wrong.
So first of all, easiest way, like just go around, front to back with your team, because you want to front to back as ADC. But if you don't do this, the beauty of Jinx is the fact that you're not really alone. If you don't have frontline, you create frontline. How do you create frontline?
Yeah, I should have thrown the trap short, like directly where the Ezreal is right now, so that Kiana couldn't get to me. Yeah, right there.
You have frontline right here. You can hit Ezreal.
Yes.
Kiana can't really get you, and she flashes.
Yes.
Okay. So, if you don't have frontline, chompers go. If you want to hit enemy and you're frontlining, chompers have to go there in between you and them.
Yeah, bad chomper placement.
And, of course, like just front to back with your team, right? You don't want to go through the side. You don't want to flank the team, the enemy team as ADC. That's kind of wild, man. Especially because imagine you try to go forward and look on the map, like, where's the other 3 enemies, by the way? Right here. That's where they are. Coming towards you to close the gap on you from behind. You're kind of dead, no? No matter what, you're dead here. Even if you place the chompers towards Ezreal, you're still dead. Because you get flanked. At least, you know, there's high chances you get flanked. Might not happen. Oh, you would have gotten flanked. Look at that. Wow. Yasuo is here. Right? It's insane. Even if you avoided Kiana, Yasuo and Rel would have been on you already. So you're still in trouble.
The Yasuo is on my team. What are you talking about?
Is he 0-12? I don't think so.
Yeah, this was a at the end of the game, I felt like I was playing really bad.
Yeah, mechanically
like
bad.
by the end, like I was
bad.
so burnt out because we were fighting for 20 minutes.
It's tiring.
And I was just like it's honestly no excuse, right? I should be able to lock in and be good there, but no, me walking towards that Kiana was so grief. And I said it in the middle of the game that I was just being an idiot, and my logic was Hecarim should see me and should help, and that is bad logic because that relies on somebody else having eyeballs. I should have been off to the right.
Yep.
And yeah, I was just so burnt by this game. This game, like I actually got off after this game. I was so tired.
That's a good idea.
It was 20 minutes of fighting. Yep. It was 20 minutes of just go out a bit. Like if you watch this in hyperspeed, it's like it's straight up just Fiesta the whole time.
The battle is like blobs go together, some of them disappear and repeat.
Yeah, it was crazy. I mean, look at the sheer amount of death, right? There's what is that?
Jesus
68
Christ.
Deaths?
That's too much.
70 deaths.
Bro,
like in a 30-minute game, it is insane.
That's wild. Okay, so let's recap here. Right.
Yep.
First game we talked about like the recall timings. Really gotta lock in those timings. Okay. Very
same
important.
issues first game. Yep.
And yeah, those. And this game we talked about tower dives, preventing tower dives. Always expect a tower dive if you're like 2v3 on lane, your jungle is top. Because if your jungle is top, enemies probably know it as well. Especially if you showed bot before, they just know it. So you just try to push the wave instantly or abandon ship. Or, you know, place a ward in tribush, like try to prevent it. You know, here you have ward tribush, it goes all the way around, that's unlucky, but you should still prevent it when that happened.
Okay. Yeah, that was my like safety net. So is there something else I should do, or is this just a doomed like I should pick it up based off of body language?
Yeah, I mean that's another thing. Like they're just coming like this low HP. You know, if nobody from the enemy team is bot, right? Ezreal wants to recall now, but he's not. What? So that's also another thing, you know. And also, right, if you're so strong 2v2, go take the fight, you know. But yeah, it's okay. I'm glad we touched on the tower dive subject, which is very important. And then damn, like mid late game, like chompers, teamfight threat assessment, teamfight threat assessment, and don't frontline. If you frontline chompers. Okay, you are fighting actively. If you want to hit enemies, throw chompers. Okay, your chompers are you hit enemies and you have chompers up. What are you doing? Throw chompers. Doesn't matter, just do it because it creates that habit, and then we worry about how you throw them better later. And then, you know, hey, Kiana ult, you need to know how to play around it and all that good stuff. So definitely think about those. Don't hit enemies if they have this important stuff up, because they're gonna hit you back. Jinx range is long, but it's not that long. It's not longer than a Kiana dash and ult for sure. Cool.
Okay.
Very good. Okay, I'm glad we just know what to focus on. It's very good to see.
All right, question for you. Comparatively to last coaching, where is my biggest pain point still? Right? Is it still wave management, or are we shifting? Like, what would you say is like my number one thing out of all the things we talked about?
Recalling, taking good recalls. It's kind of hand in hand with wave management still, of course. But you improved last time for sure when it comes to wave management. But yeah, still,
most things lead back
get into a game, think about like the waves, how they work, and if you recall now what happens, and do you push now or do you not, and what happens in both situations, and you go from there. Kind of think about that, right? And remember, it's like you come from base towards the turret, you have a lot of time to think about this. Always use that time. It's very useful time to know what you do when you reach lane. And also when they push towards you, you just reach lane, they push towards you, don't trade. Just wait, get the wave, resets, then go from there. That's the main thing I want to focus on.
Gotcha.
Cool. Anything else? Any questions? Or I think, yeah, this was, I think, very valuable for you, which is good to see.
Okay. I don't think I have much. Hang on, let me
That's
go
fine. If
check
anything
some-
comes up, hey, just ask me. DMs are open, or just ask me on Twitch, of course. Cool.
Oh yeah, I ask you on Twitch. I also like ping you on Discord all the time.
No, that's fine.
I ping you all the time and be like, look at me, I'm cool.
No, it's
Look at me.
better because I miss messages all the time. It helps me out, don't worry.
I legitimately was. You were so the reason I was messaging you while I was doing my rank climb was to keep me accountable to climbing. To like actually make me play. Because as you remember, right? Like I in the first one I told you I just had like the worst ranked anxiety. I still do. I still have a really horrible ranked anxiety where I just feel like I'm so boosted, and I'm just not what I am. Like yeah, I'm masters, cool, but like I'm not. So I just feel so boosted. So every time I queue up, I get so nervous. So I was just picking you to
No,
keep
that's
me
fine.
playing.
Like when it comes to League, like there's like things about macro mechanics and micro and stuff, but there's always like the out of game stuff, which definitely is just as important, if not more important, because just like doing anything in life or anything, it's like if you don't do it and you don't have motivation to do it and you're not prepared to do it, like it doesn't matter how good you are at doing it, you know? If you're not even in the right mindset in the first place to begin with.
Yeah, it's tough. Masters has way too many decay games.
One game a day, that's how it goes. If you reach master, League steals your soul. It is what it is.
Yep, it's horrible.
Being sold
It's
to
so
right
awful.
games and Tencent. It is what it is.
You go from what is it, 7 days? So per match, you go from so whenever you play one match, you would get 7 days of decay.
Yep, now you get one.
In Diamond, and up to 28, and then you promote into Masters. Like, good job. Okay, now you only have 14 days of decay. And I was like, oh, okay, cool. 1 game per, or 1 day per game played is mean. I don't want to play that much League.
Yeah, that's how it goes. That's why I also recommend. I think you play the multiple accounts. Just play one. Decay sucks. I have 2 and it's too much already.
I'm climbing a second account up right now so that I can kind of have an account that I don't really care about, and then I can have this one, because this one, of course, is my big, it gets in my head account. So
if you play enough to keep decay on both, that's fine. No big deal.
yeah.
Cool. Okay, I think we'll stop here. Good luck on your climb. And yeah, if you have questions, just DM me, no problem.
Yep. I will stay in your stream, continue playing Ash. It is a hoot.
Let's go. Take care then.
Yep. Thanks. Bye.